Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. We are excited to introduce a Learning to Learn module that supports young English language learners in developing not just language skills but also learning strategies, something we often forget to teach explicitly. This module is designed especially for learners who face unique language learning challenges. English has a strong place in Malaysia's national curriculum. However, in many rural and under-resourced areas, learners have limited exposure to English outside the classroom. In Sarawak, for example, children may mostly use Iban or other local languages at home and in the community. This creates a gap between what's taught and what's used. For deaf and hard of hearing (DHH) learners, we face an added challenge. How do we make English learning accessible, meaningful, and multisensory? So the question is, how can we support these learners to take charge of their own learning even when the conditions aren't ideal? One powerful solution is strategy-based instruction, and that's where CALLA comes in. CALLA stands for Cognitive Academic Language Learning Approach, developed by Chamot and O'Malley. It supports learners through 5 key stages: preparation, presentation, practice, evaluation, and expansion. Through these stages, students are not just learning what to do, but also how to think about their learning. They build metacognitive awareness and gradually become more independent, reflective learners. As Huy 2024 notes, CALLA helps even low proficiency learners become more engaged and confident through strategy use. CALA is flexible and learner-centered. It's not a one-size-fits-all method. It encourages teachers to adapt their instruction based on learners' needs. For DHH pupils and younger learners, CALA encourages the use of visual tools, kinesthetic learning, contextualized and meaningful content. According to Giuliani, these approaches are highly effective for increasing comprehension and participation, especially in inclusive classrooms. To bring CALA into real classrooms, we've developed a Learning to Learn module featuring 3 fun and progressive activities. Activity 1, Science Safari. Activity 2, Spin and Snap. Activity 3, Word Wizard. Each activity is strategy-driven and targets both language skills and learning habits. All activities in this module are designed around Oxford's 1990 taxonomy of language learning strategies: memory, cognitive, social, affective, metacognitive, and compensation. By explicitly teaching these strategies, we help learners build habits that support long-term language growth, even when they're outside the classroom. Now, what the research says. Recent studies support CALLA's effectiveness. Nguyen found that strategy-based instruction improved motivation and metacognitive awareness. Umarsi et al. 2024 showed that CALLA helps students improve speaking skills, especially in low-exposure environments. These findings support the use of CALLA in Malaysian ESL contexts, especially where learners face challenges with access, proficiency, or readiness.
Welcome to the first activity of our module, which is the Science Safari, into the wild safari. Language learning strategies involve the first activity, Science Safari, are direct strategies and indirect strategies. For the direct strategies, we have memory strategies and cognitive strategies. Why? Because In memory strategies, we are using imagery, associating animals with pictures and signs, grouping alphabetical order of animals, using physical response, signing, and finger spelling animal names. In the cognitive strategies department, we are repeating and practicing signs and spelling. Not only that, we are recognizing letter, animal patterns like bee, bear, translating visual to sign language, and applying spelling knowledge to fill in missing letters. In the indirect strategies category, we have social strategies, which cooperating in pairs and groups, asking peers for clarification or feedback, and observing others signing for reinforcement. The effective strategies, since we are using technology, enable the students to reduce anxiety through fun and collaborative tasks. Not only that, increase motivation through game elements and creative drawing, and successful self-encouragement after completing the task. Thus, the purpose of strategies is to engage students in collaborative and individual learning through interactive signing, vocabulary building, and spelling practice that can enhance their language skills. Okay, for the first part of the activity, the students can say a letter and sign it using sign language. Here we have A, B, C until Z. Next, the other students can check if the sign is correct or not. Then later they can click to the letter to see an animal. For example, an ant, and then you can show the sign language for ant. Together, they learn the animal signs and take turns spelling the animal's name using sign language as shown in the video. If students having problem remembering the sign language for the alphabet, the students can refer back to the alphabets A until Z for easy access remembering the sign language. For the next part of the activity is a safari tour. This is a group task. Students form a small group of 3 to 4 students. And each group uses a device. For example, if a school or a classroom have a smart board, they can use a smart board to explore a digital safari. They will need to use the arrow keys to move and find the hidden animals and guess the animal's name by filling in the missing letters. For example, here we have a dog, so the students need to type and spell the word dog and click check answer. After finish, the students can check their safari progress and continuing locating the last 10 animals. Of course, for the last part of Science Safari, the students will get a worksheet to write the animals' names that they had found in the safari tour. The students will need to look at the picture of the animal and fill in the blanks using the correct alphabet. After that, they need to draw a simple picture of the animals. Of course, again, the student can refer back to the flashcard. I think that's all for activity 1, Science Safari. Thank you. You can get all the links to the activity and materials from either from the module or from the video.
For the second activity, we are going to do spin and scan. Magic World Adventure. Spin, scan, and create awesome sentences. In this activity, there are 4 language learning strategies, which are memory strategies, cognitive strategies, social strategies, and meta-cognitive strategies. Both memory and cognitive strategies are under direct strategies, while social and metacognitive strategies are under indirect strategies. For memory strategies, visual aids like spinning wheels and AR flashcards helps to associate, recall, and reinforce language form and vocabulary through repeated exposure and practice. For cognitive strategies, students can actively manipulate language by matching, constructing, and writing sentences using subject-verb agreements and adjectives through hands-on tasks, such as spinning wheels, AR flashcards, and doing worksheets. For social strategies, pair and group work foster cooperation, peer negotiations, and collaborative problem solving, which enable learners to clarify doubts and learn from each other. While the last one, metacognitive strategies, planning, monitoring, and evaluating their own learning, help students to understand actively about their goal, organize their approach in pairs and group works, while self-checking with their independent work. This is a spinning wheel, but how to use it? We have the pronoun, we have the auxiliary verb. You spin the pronoun, okay, we have you, we have we, they, he, and many more. For auxiliary verb, we have is, we have am, and we have are. So, after we spin it, we match it. For example, he will match with is. Spin it, there is it. Then, we write down the matching subject-verb agreement. He is. Let's try again. Now, spin the pronoun they and we match with are. They are. Write down the matching subject-verb agreement. They are. Okay, one more try. Let's try I. So, I, you match with I am. Let's write down the matching subject-verb agreement. I am. This is augmented reality assisted flashcard, or in short, AR assisted flashcard. On this flashcard, we have the word, okay? Since we are on the subject of adjective, there are a list of adjectives and their definitions. So, how does this work? Let's go to our smartphone. At our smartphone, there's an app here called Hello Apps. You can download these apps from Google Play Store. Open the apps and adjust your camera in front of the flashcards. You will see a sign language and the audio to help you to pronounce the word heavy. Heavy. Add the adjective behind the subject-verb agreement and you'll get he is heavy. Now, let's try again. Pretty. Pretty. One more time. Pretty. Pretty. And right behind the subject-verb agreement. Let's try again. Small, small. One more time. Small, small. And right behind the subject-verb agreement. Don't forget your punctuation, the full stop, and you're done. In this worksheet, you are going to make the sentence using pronoun, SMR, and adjective. So, you can put the first pronoun He is a big boy. Okay, let's try again. She is a pretty girl. One more time. They are tall students. If you think you are getting the hang of it, try intermediate worksheet. In this paper, the pronoun has been given. All you need to do is put in the SMR and the adjective given below. She is pretty. Okay, we are ugly. They are big. Last one. You are small. And you are done. For pre-intermediate is for students who have no confidence. In this paper, pronoun is MR and adjective has been given. You is or are? Answer is are. You are big. Well done. Let's try again. He is Answer is. He is small. One more time. She is MR. She is. She is pretty. Last one. They is MR. Answer is are. They are ugly. And you are done. Ta-da! Remember to write your name and your class.
The third activity is word wizard. Let's master the magic of sentence building. Word wizard contains 4 strategies. The first one is cognitive strategies, where the student can practice their SVO. The second one is memory strategy, which is repeated exposure. The third one is affective strategy, where students will have their success feedback. And the fourth one is metacognitive strategy, where they reflect on their error. And the main ideas for this activity is to improve students' grammar awareness, syntactic accuracy, and motivation in learning sentence structure. There are 10 questions in this game, but we label it as level. So, in level 1, students just have to drag the words into the box and it will form into a word. So, click Caspell to check the answer. This one is done by the student themselves after you show the example. And students can also click hint if they are confused on what to answer, just like this one, and they can resume to check the answer. As you can see here, this is the last question, level 10. Level 10, the level of difficulty is quite high, so the sentence is quite long. So if your student is struggling like this, they can just choose show me the correct answer option to know the correct answer. And then after finishing all the 10 questions, they will give you your score and rate your experience. The red one is if you like the strategy and the blue one if you don't like the strategy. 5 star if you understand, 4 if you not, 3 star, 2 star and 1 star. So how many star to rate your understanding? So that is all for today. Thank you.
As we've seen through the learning activities, Science Safari, Spin and Snap, and Word Wizard, each task has been thoughtfully crafted to do more than just teach vocabulary or grammar. These activities are designed to guide learners in discovering how they learn while making English language acquisition fun, meaningful, and accessible. All these are part of a larger goal, one grounded in the principles of the CALLA. By embedding strategies that support memory, social interaction, emotional regulation, and metacognitive awareness, this module nurtures not just language users, but language learners who are reflective, independent, and resilient. This is especially crucial in rural and inclusive classrooms, such as those involving deaf and hard of hearing learners, where traditional methods often fall short. Here, strategy based instruction opens doors, not just to academic achievement, but to self confidence and lifelong learning. In conclusion, the Learning to Learn module is not merely a set of lessons, it is a stepping stone toward empowering young learners, no matter their context, to take charge of their learning journey. With the right strategies and supportive learning environments, we believe every learner can succeed, thrive, and find their voice in English. Thank you.